So now it is that your girl's recording. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this next video, shall we? Now, Cloud, shout outs to you. Why you should never date a 10 out of 10. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you watch Corey off stream? Of course I do. Of course I do. Without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's see why not.
You know, I've been talking about so much news content that I kind of forgot about my roots, man. Making hot takes and watching y'all get mad at it. So we're going to throw a little throwback today. Why you should never date a 10 out of 10. I've already made a video like this, but it was on my 2Cloud18 channel, and it was just kind of raw, and I didn't really talk about it like I really should have. So let's go ahead and get diving. See, if you're confused with what a 10 out of 10 is, then let me just explain it to you. A 10 out of 10 is the most attractive girl or guy that you can get. A 1% beauty. Think from Beyonce, maybe prime future for the ladies, or maybe Michael B. Jordan, or you know, I don't know. You put it up there. I know there's gonna be so many people saying, "Dude, did it? Oh my God!" Shut up. And see, in modern history,
I met Duke. Duke is great. Love him dearly. But I like when I chopped it up with him, I talked to him just like a regular person. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there's some women that will glaze Duke. I know, you know, there are some people that will glaze Duke, both men and women included. But Duke is cool. When you, here's the thing. I've done my fair share of like glazing creators and stuff like that back when I was a viewer, you know, before it is I started doing this. You know what I mean? But then like now that I do this, I just chop it up with people like regular people, because you just never know outside of like their online persona. And then on top of that too, like I don't want to be looked at as just like, oh well, she trying to get with like all the streamers and stuff like that. That's already sticky within itself of trying to just date within this space. So I don't want that to come off wrong. But Duke is actually a really like he's really dope. You know what I mean? So as a human being, what makes Duke so interesting? Well, for one, dreads. I haven't really dealt with like that. Actually, no. Just one? Yeah, just one that has like dreads and stuff like that. But it doesn't get me riled up, because I used to talk a lot of yin yang about people with dreads anyway. Unless if it is that you keep up with those dreads. That's the thing. You can't just have dreads and just be like, oh, I'm a Rastafarian and like my like all that other shit. Like a lot of times it is that people that use that hairstyle, it comes with the fake Jamaican persona, which is why I couldn't stand it for a period of time. It's just like, hey, listen, if you stop being a Jafaican, okay, that's not you, baby. Like if you're not Jamaican, then don't claim it. But like Duke, how he talks, aura, you know what I mean, dreads, the grills, nice smile, you know, that too, you know. The Weekend said, "Bump you too, Ari."
10 out of 10 people, beauty standards, whatever you want to call it, are usually considered the cream of the crop. Everyone wants to get crushed, cracked, and fiddled by them. But you shouldn't want
Wait,
that.
what
the crop? Everyone wants to get crushed, cracked, and fiddled by them.
I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to use this in a future thumbnail.
But you shouldn't want that. I'm gonna tell you why. Actually, matter of fact, I'm finna give you the whole guide. Now, see, to truly understand why you don't want these type of people, I gotta break these people down. See, when you're a 10 out of 10, usually you've been told you're beautiful your whole life. Every time you walk in public, people are telling you you're attractive, you're fine. If you're a guy, the girls are giving you them fuck me eyes. If you're a girl, the guys are giving you that let me lick your toes eyes. Or they're just straight up sliding into your DMs, saying they want to lick your toes and do some other weird things to you. See, this is common practice to these people, to the point where they get used to hearing it. They know they're beautiful. They know they're one of a kind. They think they're God's given angel. They think they're above everyone else. Most of the time, some people don't, but most of them do. And I'm not.
I'd say be careful with this though, because as you know, do I believe there's a thing of pretty privilege? Absolutely. Do I feel like every woman can able to essence this? Yes. But be careful with this, because when you are attractive and people that are not used to necessarily getting the same level of opportunity to even like, you know, say something to somebody that is attractive, you do not want to come off as sexually harassing that particular person, because saying it is like, oh yeah, like they're giving you the fuck me eyes, or oh, I'm a lick your toes and stuff like that. That call that for what it is. That's not, no, that's not how you do that. That's not how you do that, gang. That's it's a little weird. How do you know if if you're an attractive to a person or a group of people? Like the thing, here's the thing. You like you know when it is like somebody is like pretty, or just like, oh, this person's like, oh, like I like this person, when little kids give you that compliment, because kids are assholes, man. Kids will, like, they're mean. But when they, like, I literally had this today at Walmart. This little girl came up to me and was like, I love your hair, you're so pretty. When a child says it is, you're pretty, that motherfucker is pretty. Please believe that. Children don't lie, bro. They're like little mini drunks. They will say anything that comes to mind. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth. They'll say anything that comes to mind. But when you are like attractive, both men or women, it's either you do the most like egregious things in front of that person, or they get nervous. I've heard plenty of guys that will be like, if a girl's too attractive, I'm gonna act like it is that I don't really see her for real, because I may not have a chance with her. So in order to protect myself from getting rejected, I'm gonna just act like it is like I ain't even interested for real. Niggas do that. He said, wait, that works? Niggas do that. They do. They'll try to like dumb it down to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you said I'm gonna do that. I did that before. What you know about Nikki Ari can confirm pickup artist culture. Or we move on in silence. Yes, y'all do this. I feel with women go as far as more the objectifying men when it comes down to it, even though it is that women will be audacious enough to say it is that, like, oh, I hate being objectified, but then you do it to men, there's a double standard. But when men cannot handle a 10 out of 10. I'm sorry, but y'all cannot. You cannot at that point, especially a woman that is always like, taking care of herself, getting her nails done, getting her hair done, getting her makeup done, and putting on some. I'm not talking about like some clothes. I'm talking about this. She's putting that shit on every single chance she get. Like, what you think is a special occasion, to her, the special occasion is every day. You're not gonna be able to handle that to what it is you think. You think that you will at first, but then when you start getting that like attention from men, I've experienced this. When you start getting that attention from men, ooh, that men's egos just start going through something crazy. You know, that's why it is that y'all be trying to make us go ahead and wear these sweatpants, hoodies, and hair tied up, bonnets, and all this other shit. Because at the end of the day, it will make you more comfortable. It'll be like, I bet I ain't got nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't gonna look at it. That's mine for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even gotta worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can you blame us? No. People start thinking you a homeless pandering. Like, you can't even be low effort for a minute with people who are too pretty. No, that's not. And I want my women out there to really understand this. Like, you don't have to be in competition with other women. Let me reiterate this again. You do not have to be in competition with other women. Dag nabbit. Like, listen, when a woman that is that's prettier than you pop up, like, the last thing it is you want to be doing is showing your projection. Learn from that motherfucker. Learn from her. Man, I come across somebody that's pretty, I'm gonna tell her they're right there. Not because of the fact that I like girls too, but like, I'm gonna tell her right there. Like, if she got something to this, let's just say, oh girl, like, what is that? What makeup is that? What lip liner is this? Oh, what perfume is this? You think it is? I ain't gonna sit there and write that down and do my homework and figure out to what this is. I'm trying to take these niggas too. What you mean? I ain't just trying to have one. Let me shut up.
Can you really blame them? I mean, everybody tells you you look amazing, one of a kind, especially if you're a girl. I mean, society's already gonna tell you you look good, even if they don't think you do, because a lot of guys are just
only kidding.
So they're just gonna say whatever. But when you're a 10 out of 10, you actually look one of a kind. So whenever a guy says, yo, you're one of a kind, they're not just saying that to hit. Well, they're saying it to hit, but they're saying it because they think it's truly true, and they're just awestruck that they're even in your presence. I can get the white off of my corners, bro. I'm looking like a 0 out of 10.
Bro,
right
I be
now.
having to do that too.
I'm gonna call that A. I'm a solid A. See, with the guys, if you're a 10 out of 10, usually you don't even need to go up to girls. They just go up to you. You never had to struggle with trying to get a girl. They always just come to you, so you just kind of take what you get. I got a homie who's considered by many to be a quote-unquote 10 out of 10. I've never seen him walk up to a girl and get her number. Yet, I have never seen him without a girl in his phone. He's literally living life on easy mode. I mean, we see people like Duke did it. Literally have attractive women around him 24/7, and he doesn't go after any of them. You live life on a different pedestal than everybody else, to the point where women aren't something you need to go after. They're just something you expect to just come up to you.
And see, I'm not used to that. My girl came up to me and I said, huh? The fuck? I used to be one of those women. If I liked you, I was gonna go up and like, you know what? I was gonna go up to you and I'm gonna talk to you. But now I don't do that no more. I don't do it no more. I do not do it no more. There are subtle ways it is that you can able to do that with and still allow the man to think it's his idea of wanting to come up to you, even though it may have been a mutual thing. But yeah, I don't do that no more. There is a tad bit of like aggressiveness when it is that like women are the ones that come up first and speak to men. Now, of course, there are some men that's just like either it is they don't be paying attention, they don't pick up on the cues on just like, hey, they getting chosen, or they're normally quiet, socially awkward. They're not used to that level of attention. So when you actually do that, men will look around like, me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Oh, okay. Y'all do this. I used to do that for funsies. It used to be hilarious when I would do it, but now I'm just like, nah, I don't do it. I don't do it no more.
And see, this messes both of these types of people's brains up. See, as a human being, you're not supposed to be treated as a god. When you're treated as a god, you start thinking you're a god. That's just how we think. We're all egotistical human beings. We all want to be praised, but we're not gods. We're human beings. So when we're treated like God, we start acting like gods. And when you act like God, you expect people to praise you, worship you, just because you exist, which turns you into a horrible person on both ends. Let's get to examples. You remember my homie I was talking about? Yeah, he's one of the coolest guys you can meet when he's talking to other guys, but the way he talks to women is absolutely crazy. He treats women with absolutely zero respect, and he gets away with it every single time because he looks amazing. I've seen him have 2 girlfriends, have his whole girlfriend take him to his ex's house just so him and his ex can have closure.
What in the pick me shit is going on here? What in the pick me nation is this? What? I don't give a fuck how attractive it is you think it is that you are. You disrespect me, I promise you it is. You will never like the color blue fucking with me, okay? I'll make you seasick in this motherfucker. The thought process of a mermaid, god damn it, don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. I don't care what type of woman it is that you thought that you could able to run that type of game onto. What in the pick me nation is this? You got one. you could first of all, you disrespect women. I don't even know how it is, like, you know, I get it, women love the bad boy image, but I'm gonna tell you this is right now, you need to stay away from that. There's something within your past that you have not accepted or let go, to where it is you're matching with men that are exactly similar to your past or remind you of home. I've talked about this before. Be careful with that. But no, you need to stay away from that. That's not cool.
To have closure. And he he stayed at his ex's house for their entire night. He arrived there at 6 p.m. You get what I'm trying to say. Crazy part about this whole thing, his girl still stayed with him, and his ex actually drove him back to his girl's house. I really can't fathom and explain to you how crazy is this guy be doing girls, and they just let him do it because he's him. I've also seen this same guy cheat on his girl multiple times. His girl knows this. His girl sees him going on to undisclosed places with girls in front of his girl. Mind you, this is a different girl than I was talking about the first one. He broke up with that first girl who drove him to his ex's crib, by the way. I'm letting you know, he broke up with her, not her broke up with him. Y'all, I need you to understand this. He moved on from her, then got to this girl, and this girl seen him go with another girl to the undisclosed place, stay there for 30 minutes, and then come back buckling up his pants and all of that, and she didn't say a word.
Wow.
You may think,
I need y'all to stand the fuck up. Oh my God, this is some pick me shit. I know dating got piss and feces in it, but it ain't that fucking bad. Oh my God, like no, absolutely. This is why I be trying to tell y'all this. I don't be going ahead and telling people like, oh yo, hey, listen, just be careful. Your man was doing this and this because the women they know. But golly, y'all need to stand up. This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is egregious behavior. I had a friend who was an uber introvert nerd and hated working out, who only went after dudes who always was at the bar and lived at the gym. I finally managed to set her up with someone who's her actual frequency. Finally happened. Never chasing marriage. Okay, well shit. Well shit. Don't try me because I won't. Yeah, you know. Hey.
oh, this might be an open relationship. Oh, maybe they're not even in a relationship. Maybe they're going through the hard times. Brother, this girl lets this man go through her phone whenever he wants, and she doesn't say a single word. She is so loyal to this guy, but this girl has no respect.
Run that past me one more time.
Hard times. Brother, this girl lets this man go through her phone whenever he wants, and she doesn't say.
Oh, what a pussy clot. What? Y'all going through phones in almost 2025? Y'all going through phones? That's crazy. The audacious behavior is trust issues, Ari. That's not my fault. It is that he's the one with the trust issues. If you're, I have this theory to where it is like when men go as far as doing that of just like, oh, I need to know who it is you with, and like by all times you got to report to me. I need to go through your phone and stuff like that. He's the one that's doing the dirt, not her. That's projection.
A single word. She is so loyal to this guy, but this girl has no respect for him at all. This isn't just some random girl that doesn't have self-respect. I seen her date another guy before she dated this guy, and the guy she was dating before was on a strict no talking to girls limit. She would tweak out if this guy even breathed towards a girl. When she got with my homie, she let him do whatever he wanted. The reason why is because this guy is a 10 out of 10. She knows she's not gonna find that many more guys better than him. It's just what it is. But I know what you're wondering right now. Cloud. I don't believe what you're saying. I can't even fathom.
I know,
what
I
you're
believe
saying.
it.
That's just not reality. Just because a guy looks good doesn't mean a girl would just let him do all of that and not get her get back. That doesn't make sense. Let me explain to you what a 10 out of 10 is for a guy, because I don't think you quite process what I'm trying to break down. See, a 10 out of 10 for a guy and a 10 out of 10 for a girl is different. A 10 out of 10 for a girl mostly has to do with her looks. That's just how society views it. But a 10 out of 10 for a guy is a little bit deeper than looks. Let me talk to you for a minute. Let me explain. See, 10 out of 10 for a guy, you have to have 4 qualifications. One is, of course, looks. Every girl wants a good-looking guy. That's just how it is. But looks aren't everything for a guy. You need a little bit more than that. There's a lot of good-looking men in this world. So 2 is personality. See, girls like when guys have a good personality. You feel me? They just want to vibe with you. But something that a lot of guys don't realize is a girl knows if she's gonna like you before you know if a girl's gonna like you. The reason why is because girls talk to so many guys. They have so many guys that slide into their DMs. They have so many guys that want them that they get to talk to more guys than guys get to talk to girls, just because they have a way bigger option pool, because traditionally it's common for guys to hit on girls and not girls to hit on guys. So off of the first conversation with you, a girl's usually gonna know if she likes you or not, because she's gonna already group you into a certain personality type. And if you fit her personality type, you will get this hacker. 3 is sex. I'm just keeping it real. You You can ask any girl. It's true. Girls are way more sexual than us. They just gotta keep it concealed. Because as soon as a girl expresses how freaky she is, he's automatically called a hoe. Y'all really think these women don't be gooning like us? Like, bro, they be gooning more, if not double the amount that we do. Y'all be forgetting, they don't have a cooldown timer. They can just goon 3, 4, 5 times back to back to back, and they don't feel no shame. If we goon 4 or 5 times back to back to back, we gonna want to commit suicide. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of the times, girls just be bored in their room. If they're not outside, or they're not doing homework, or they're not an athlete. So, you feel me? They just be getting busy a lot of the times. They just don't.
Who are these women? Who? You must be talking about women that ain't got nothing to do. Like listen, like, sir, not all of us women just be sitting there playing with our pussies in our rooms and shit like that. We have shit to do too, gang. My goodness. Now, I would agree that yes, do our sex drives, is it higher? It depends. To me, honestly, the sex drive for women is based solely on how it is you treat that woman. Now, of course it is. If you know what it is you're doing, that adds a little cherry onto the top. But you guys need to understand what makes women get them the most is in here, up here. If you're not doing the things outside of the bedroom in order to get that woman, then it is you would never be able to get her like that. I'm just saying. But do we have to conceal the level of things it is that we do? Like, yeah, societal norms of like, well, we can't really be as expressive about talking about this and this. It's not. We are looked at as promiscuous. It is if we were to be with X, Y, and Z men, but men able to go ahead and be with this, that, and the third girl, then it's just like, oh, they get all the praise. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Don't talk about it like us. They're a lot more secretive about that. So contrary to the belief, sex is for sure in the top 3. Actually, I might replace that with personality. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a lot of girls just crack or let guys crack them, and they don't even like them. They just got good dick. But there's number 4 now. Before I get to number 4, I need to just explain something. You can honestly be a 10 out of 10 with just these 3. These 3 are truly the big 3 on how a woman finds.
You're missing the main important part.
The 4th one is really just a plus and a bonus, but it also can be an additive if you don't have one of the big 3. And the 4th one is money.
There we go.
That will sign. I don't. That feels satanic. I'm not gonna do it again. Money could turn a DJ Khaled type of bill into a 10 out of 10 immediately. Nah.
There we go. I was about to say it. That's why I was like, you're missing a very important element to these 4 things. Money is I would actually say money is probably the number 1 attribute to that. It's based off of this, like, to the status. Because when men have money, they can able to go ahead and level themselves up. They can able to have the level of options. You guys are looked at as supposed to be providers. Men that's able to provide for themselves, provide for their families, all that levels of things. You know what I mean? So if you are, I'm taking words out of the sprinkle lady. If you are a dusty and you're just with good dick personality and looks, that's not enough. It's just not enough. You may be able to go ahead and crack this woman to where it is that she may let you use her car and, keys to the house and stuff like that. I've seen some foolish shit like that, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be her that is going to get the short end of the stick. It's really for men, money. Money brings y'all the status.
Nah, I won't say 10 out of 10. We'll give him 9. Let's be realistic. But if you don't got money, you got the big 3. You are
It's not even women. It's not even the fact that women are gold diggers. It's just something. It is like, statistically speaking, men are supposed to be the providers. They're supposed to be the ones they're supposed to be like, paying the bills, taking care of the woman, and stuff like that. Like, why do you think it is back in the old times where the men would have to convince a daughter's parent, especially their father, like, oh, I can able to go ahead and do this, this, and this for their daughters. That type of thing. That's what I meant.
10 out of 10 in the girl's eye. For a girl to want to cuff you, you gotta have all 3. Just letting you know.
You said a real woman's gonna stick beside you when you're both broke. 2 adults in a relationship should not be broke. I'm sorry. Two people within a relationship should not be broke. There should be somebody that's either working towards something or is working. You know what I mean? Unless if it is that y'all are like under 18 or y'all in public school or something like that, then I can understand that. But to adults being broke, nah, that's the issue. That's an issue. That's an issue. It has to be working towards something. You know, I can understand if y'all are both in school. If y'all are both in school, okay, cool. If y'all both in college, all right, cool. Y'all both getting y'all degrees. You know what I mean? That's understandable. But even with being in school, I also worked as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, be careful with that, guy.
But again, money can substitute. But back to what I was saying.
I'm
my
not
homie
having
has all
sex
three
till
of these.
marriage.
I'm just
Okay.
keeping it real. So that's why he can always get into a relationship and just keep it going, because a girl knows it's gonna be very, very hard to replace a guy like this. And if you was ever wondering why all these big name athletes can cheat on their girls and always get away with it, well, because they usually have all three
Money.
or four. And if you have all four, you can slap that girl. She'll still stay with you. And usually basketball players are
insane
all four, because even if they don't look good, they're tall, so that counts as looking good. The game is not fair, fellas. It's not. But at the same time, to all your ladies, you should never date a man like this, because of all of those reasons. Every single girl wants this guy, and he knows that, so he's gonna run through every single girl until he gets tired. So
I feel like this, like I like beforehand, it was women used to go to like All-Star Weekend to see if it is that they can able to score themselves like an NBA player with like, oh, like I'm just gonna flirt with him and I'm gonna give him this pussy, this, and this. You think it is that there's not 1,000 other women trying to do the same exact thing it is you're doing? At this rate, it is niggas done already seen what it is you're trying to do. At this point now, it is transferred over to streamers. You heard me. You heard me correctly. It's gotten to streamers too. They'll look at streamers, be like, oh well, oh this streamer's cute. You know what I mean? Like maybe if it is, I can go ahead and like throw this pussy on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then I can able to get the status, the money, and all this other stuff as well. Y'all, that game, that tired old game is just not going to work. Okay, I have to go ahead and I have to say this for all to all my ladies that are out there. Y'all got to be careful too when it comes down to trying to get these men it is that have the status, the money, all this other stuff. There's so many other women that is that are in quote unquote competition. I said this earlier within the stream that you shouldn't be in competition, but women, unbeknownst or beknownst, we are, or you know, it can happen depending on certain circumstances. You willingly going ahead and just putting yourself within this, you got to ask yourself that question on what makes you qualified to be that 1%er that he sees. How do you do it? That's the biggest question is how do you do it? Well, all these women flocking towards this man. This is why it is that I said this about with Duke. There is plenty of women that flock over Duke. I'm sure that he's used to that. He's seen all different types of crazy shit. Duke had one shorty try to bite this nigga arm on an IRL stream. Like she just took a chunk out of this nigga arm. Like it's stuff like that. It's just like you're doing things that's goofy. That's not gonna help you at the end of the day. You gotta ask yourself that question on how it is you get yourself seen without even having to do none of that goofy shit at the end of the day. And can you handle what comes with that? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself that question. Are you also a 10 as well? Is there things it is you can able to do to upgrade your look, upgrade yourself to where it is you don't gotta worry about that? There's some factors it is you got to think about when it is y'all trying to go after these people that are a little bit out of your league.
He settles down with one girl who's okay with him running through every single girl he wants to when he wants to. And that's just how it's gonna be. And if you're not gonna be that girl, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you lose. Because I hope you know, as that one girl, you can't cheat on him. He can cheat on you as much as he wants, but you can't do the same, or else his feelings will be hurt and you're kicked to the curb and on to the next. This is why I never understand why so many women want to date that athlete guy. You must just not understand the game. You must think you're the queen. Even if you're a 10 out of 10, he's still gonna do you the same way. I'm just keeping it real. The old Boston Celtics coach, Emi Udoka, isn't even a basketball player. He just coaches them. He used to be married to Nia Long. He cheated on her with the Celtics CEO's wife. She didn't even look as good as Nia Long. Get what I'm trying to say? These guys just love to cheat. Why would you get with a guy who's just gonna cheat on you, hurt you, but you can't do the same with him or else you're on the streets? It makes no sense, which is why you shouldn't get with this 10 out of 10 guy. But let's get to the girls. See, I'm gonna explain this in a very similar fashion as I did with the guys. This time, I'm gonna use a personal experience. And I know the person I'm talking about is gonna see this video, but I don't care. You need to hear this. Actually, I lied again. This has nothing to do with me. It actually has something to do with my homie. Let's go ahead and get into it. So a while back, one of my homies was talking to this famous IG girl. Hella followers, fine as hell. Like, I'm telling you, this girl was fine. And every guy she's ever met has treated her like an absolute queen. Like, my homie seen guys in her DMs literally begging just to drink her bathwater. This is the type of level that this girl was on. And see, my girl and my homie actually met in a very mutual manner. They started talking, they started vibing, and everything was seemingly perfect. There was only one catch. My homie wasn't the type of guy to praise a girl just because she looks good. And he usually would just treat her like a regular girl, but she didn't like that. See, this girl's ego was so inflated because of how attractive she was that she didn't understand how it felt to be treated like a regular girl. So whenever my homie and this girl disagreed on something, she would always be so confused because she was so used to a guy just giving in to her because she's beautiful. My homie did not give a single damn. If he didn't like something, he was gonna say it. And this caused so much conflict between the two that it was damn near impossible for my homie to talk to this girl, to the point where he ended up ghosting her because he was so tired of her personality. See, I'm telling you this to tell you a lot of 10 out of 10 girls' personalities are just god awful. And the reason why is because they don't build personalities. They're too attractive. See, the whole point of a human,
it's the men fault. The men, not it's the men that just that be sitting there and just gooning and hoping and praying and wishing it is that they be seeing, being in the DM, serenading her and whatnot. You're boosting up her ego. Now, I'm not here to disparage anybody and any woman and stuff like that, because I wouldn't want that to be with me. But I am gonna sit there and say that y'all do big up women it is that are not deserving of a 10 out of 10 status. Y'all will big up a 2. Y'all will big up a 4s. Y'all big up 5s and make them seem like it is they're way bigger it is that they are. And then when you realize it is that, like, you come across some of these women, then they're actually an airhead. And it's like, oh well, I'm used to doing this and this. I'm used to, like, niggas kissing my feet when it is that I walk, and like that type of energy. That is something it is that is. I've actually seen that a couple times, and I'm like, this is who it is that they flock over. Now there's some like as a photographer, I've had different levels of clients. So you do have a level of personalisms, or you should, with your clients, to where it is like, you can understand them and do your work and stuff like that. It's give or take. But some of them, it's just like, all right, cool, I can understand why it is that, like, they're like this. And then there's others where it's just like, I don't get it, because if they actually, like, girl, if you did a live stream, you'd be cooked. If you said anything, an IG live that's not anything other than you using your baby voice, it is you'd be cooked. Like, oh my goodness, what is in my hair? Oh my goodness, that scared the fuck out of me.
Human building,
I was like, what is that in my hair?
Is so that they could be better in a social setting. You might not think this, but it's kind of true. I mean, the people who you think have the best personalities usually talk the most, because you get to see their personality the most. But when you're attractive, you don't really got to talk that much.
You don't
really
got
to build that personality, because people are talking to you, starting conversations with you, and you're just answering questions or responding to compliments because you feel me, you're just getting complimented all the time. You don't have to develop social skills because you're attractive. So most of the time when you communicate, you're either asking for something or responding to a compliment or a question, which means you don't really got that much personality. And like I said before, these girls are beautiful, so usually guys just spoil them all the time because they want their approval, or they just want to hit. They think that's the easiest way to do it because the girl has no personality. How is she supposed to do it? So she's used to getting her way every single time with her look. So when you get into a relationship with this girl, she's not gonna pull her weight because she feels like she's too pretty to pull her weight. AKA, I hate to say it, but I am the table mentality. Oh, I hate saying that, bro. Let's not bring that back, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. She thinks she's the plate just because she's beautiful, and we're not doing that over here, buddy. Building a relationship off of imbalance like that is just a bad thing to do, and it's never finna work out. And it usually doesn't work out because what that girl really wants is a slave that does exactly what she does whenever she does it, in exchange for her just spreading her legs open occasionally. That's what it is. Don't want that as a guy, because who's gonna raise your children? This girl that doesn't do anything for herself? What are we talking about? And if you're a 10 out of 10 girl and you get mad at me for saying this, well, I think I've reached the target audience. I'm sorry. Just because you look good doesn't mean you can't have a personality. Like, come on, man. Like, and as a guy, just because you look good and you're a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean you can just cheat on your girl. Like, what are we talking about? Honestly, in my opinion, you should always date within your dating range as a human being. Which also comes with self-awareness, because you got to be very self-aware of how attractive you are. If you're a 6 out of 10, you can't be saying you're a 7 or 8 on a good day. You're a 6, buddy. And when you're a 6, usually the highest you can pull naturally is a 7. And the lowest you should go for is a 5. And that's just how you should live life. And when I say a 6, 7, and 5, I'm not talking about a traditional grading scale. I'm talking about objectively attractive. Now look, I'm not trying to yap too much in this video, but I just gotta break this down real quick. A lot of people, when rating somebody, use 7 out of 10 as like an kind of nice average. Like, if you see a girl that's attractive but she's not really that attractive, you'll usually say she's a 7. Nah, she's probably a 6 or a 5. See, a lot of people are actually 5s, but people just want to be nice, so they give 5s a higher rating. Which is why when somebody hears that they're a 7, they think they're average. No, you're a 5. You're not even a 7. My dating scale goes like this: 0 through 2, you're ugly. No better way of saying it. Right?
Damn.
You're ugly. 3, you're just baseline ugly. Right? You're not deplorable like 0 through 2, but you're just ugly. I can look at you though. Like 0 through 2, I ain't gonna lie. When I look at you, I'm just keeping it real. 4 is you're ugly, but with some makeup, or maybe if you just did a couple things to your, you feel me, your hair or something, grew out your hair a little bit, you could potentially be a 5, which is average. 5 is the biggest rate on my scale. Most people you come across are most likely 5. Some 5s look good. Like you've all seen the girls that don't really got that good of a face, but they got a fat ass. Yeah, those are 5s. I'm just keeping it real. 6 is you look good. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You look good. You're not. You don't look good. You're not fine yet. Like, you're okay. You feel me? If I show you to the homies, or if I show you to the girls, they not gonna look at me like, why you cracking this? It's gonna be like, okay, that's straight. That's straight. 7 is fine. See, if you're a 7, you're objectively attractive at this point. You show it to the homies, you show it to the group chat, the girls group chat. They saying, okay, girl, you got that. You got that. They giving you getting high fives. You getting yes queens around the group chat. That's what you get. 8 is bad. This is where I like a lot of the bad women y'all be seeing, or like the very attractive guys y'all be seeing. This is the range they're in. If you're dating in this level, you're up the cream of the crop now. And the 9 to 10 is top 1%. Not everybody's a 9, and damn near nobody's a 10. See, the 9 to 10 range should be reserved for the cream of the crop. That girl on IG that is just so beautiful, but you know you'll never get a chance with. That guy that got the money, he's 6'6", he looks good, he seems like he has a good personality, you know he's packing, yeah, he's in the 9 to 10 range. That's what we're talking about. These are rare people to come by, and you don't just come by them every single day. And out of this scale, you gotta be realistic about where you're at. In the comment section down below, if you want to tell me where I'm at, you can. I don't really care. Me personally, I think I'm right smack dab 7.4. I think I'm a 7.4. I think I'm attractive.
Where did the 0.4 come in?
Face card. I'm pretty young. I got a good bank account on me. I feel like I got a good personality. I ain't over 6 foot, so I don't got that badge on me, but I think I look pretty good. Y'all might think I'm an 8. Y'all might think I'm a 6. It doesn't really matter, but I know my range. At the same time, you're never finna see me with a 9, 10 out of 10. I know there's ulterior motives of why they're with me. And it wouldn't be a balanced relationship because that's just not my tier. That's not my range. The reason why you shouldn't date a 10 out of 10 is because they're not good for your soul. I'm telling you right now, if you find somebody around your dating range and y'all personalities click, you will have a long and fruitful relationship, bro. Don't try to impress your boys or impress the girls and you try to get that 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, bro. So I'm telling you, if your boys or your girls are impressed, they're impressed for a reason, because you're not supposed to be pulling that type of person. If you're not supposed to be pulling that type of person, there's always a reason.
I'm a 6.
Maybe they didn't
so
do
good.
it the right way. Maybe there's more to it than you think. If something feels like it's too good to be true, It's always too good to be true. Never forget that. Appreciate y'all for watching. Go follow my Twitch if you want to hear me talk about more topics like that. Come chat with us in my Twitch chat too, you feel me? Come join Skycrew. All of that for sure. Go sub to my reaction channel too. I'll be posting 3 times a day on there. And also go follow my IG if you want to shoot your shot with me. Real shit. No, I'm playing. For real though, I'll be posting fire flicks. Go, you feel me? Go tap into the IG. Plus my stories be funny, so tap in with me on that. Besides that, I appreciate y'all for watching. You know I love y'all. Thank you.
Ah! Fudge. Alright, let's get back into this, okay? Dang, you know? Lucky I'm a 4. Okay. Very interesting video. I gotta work on like not yapping as much, but like I'm a certified yapper, so you know what I'm saying? Calm little 30-40 minutes of a reaction ain't nothing for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm a 2, 3, I'm a 4. Okay. Alright. Cloud, shout outs to you, gang. Thank you so much for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. Shout outs to you at home, and I will catch y'all in the next video.